Hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Scribble Brigade, which I'm still getting used to saying because the Scribble Brigade is like a trampoline on my tongue. I don't know how it works, but it looks good on paper. Anyway, hello, everyone. Hi. It's nice to see lots of familiar faces and faces that I haven't drawn with on live stream before. Yay, I'm excited. Let me know if it sounds okay, if it looks okay, all the things. Looks like I'm getting an error already. I've tried my best to we did a practice run last week with my patrons and it seemed to go well. So let me just read what it's saying. Oh, okay. It's just saying that it's a little bit delayed. So much to learn. Well, anyway, we troop on. It's okay, I think. If anything happens, I remember last week something went weird with the microphone and I turned into robot for a little while. So if that happens again, just let me know. Just yell at me, and I will check the chat as often as I can. Welcome to my studio. This side of the room is the fun painting side of the room, and that side of the room is like the office side of the room. Not as exciting, but kind of interesting. So we get this lovely background here. I hope you enjoy it. At least there's a plant and a painting I'm working on in the background, which is quite nice. Looks good to me, sounds good to me. Good. Ever so slightly off sync, but not too bad. Okay. All right. Maybe I just need a better computer or something. I don't know. Good. I'm glad. So, good. All right. Amelia, hello. I see some, French Teapot, Lake Luck, Kaylee, Intergalactic Peach Patrol, Lacey, Sausage Doggy, Misha, hello, Sheena. Who else? Did I get everything? And Amelia. Yay! Plus anyone else who joins along the way. So do you like my background with my paint palette and everything? So it makes me look like the painting. And there's music on in the background. It's a little bit quiet at the moment, but that's okay. So let's just draw together. I am still figuring out the live stream situation when it comes to YouTube and how it all works and how I want to stream, because I used to do Twitch streaming regularly, like once a week, and it was fabulous. I loved it, but I got burnt out really quickly, and haven't done it for about a year. So I want to do streaming again, but I want to do it in a way that doesn't burn me out. So I think once a month publicly is really doable for me, and then I'm doing twice a month with my sweet as heck patrons. So if you want to do more live streams with me, you can become a patron. It's a good time. This is Fantasy, hello. Debbie, hello. Hi everyone. Okay, now I haven't really planned what I'm going to be drawing today. I would love to know what you're working on, if you've got a project you're working on, or if you're just gonna scribble in your sketchbook mindlessly. I would love that. Oh, and Drawny's here. Where's Drawny? Yeah, so let's go to the next page. Wow. So welcome to my sketchbook. I have I've got my little sketchbook here, which I will do some little sketches in to figure out. I thought, so I hadn't planned what I wanted to draw today, so I thought I would do another piece of my 100-day project. Look at this chunk of drawings. So we're up to day 68. We're up to day 68 of 100, and look at that. Isn't that great? So satisfying. The paper I'm using is, I think it's like 600 GSM. It's really thick watercolor paper, which I brushed on with gouache, acrylic gouache, and then I'm drawing on the top with Prismacolor pencils. Yeah. So I've been posting them on Instagram every time I do one. I was doing it daily for a while. Even when I was in Chile, I was doing it daily. But I have kind of fallen off the bandwagon with that. So we'll do one today and I'll feel better about myself. Oh, lots of cute chats happening in the chatties. Tiffany, hello. Guillermo, hello. Hello from Chile. So, here we go. Here's some that I prepared earlier. Let's do this one. I try to, you see how there's different colors? There's yellow, there's green, there's like more of a bluey purple. I try to not put two of the same kind of color next to each other. So last time we did like a yellowy blue one. So maybe we can do like, maybe this kind of pink one, or there's a bluey, pinky one. Or like more of an orange, maybe this orangey one. Well, let's figure out what we're going to draw first, or what I'm going to draw first. But that's satisfying as well, right? Definitely more than 100 in there. Fat stacks, so yeah. Yeah, I want to stick them on the wall, but I don't know, this rental that we're in now that we just moved to recently seems a bit more fancy, and I'm worried about putting blue tack on the walls, but we'll see. I really want to stick them up because I was really enjoying that at the old house, seeing them all every day when I put a new one up. I think that motivated me to do it, and then since we moved, I haven't had them up, so I'm not as motivated to draw or to make them because they're not there. I don't get reminded of things when they're not there. Jackie, my friend, how are you? Hello, on the train on the way to uni. Hanae, I'm really sorry, Han, but I'm not sure how to pronounce your name because I am terrible. Do people call you Han? Can I call you Han? You're so sweet. Debbie, be a rebel, do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to put blue tack on the walls. Yeah, I asked before, what's everyone working on today, if anything? Yeah, I wanted to just have this stream as a bit of like a co-working, chatty, let's hang out kind of stream. That's okay, close enough. Everyone calls me Honey. Oh, that's so nice. I like Honey. So it sounds similar to honey. That's nice. I've got some green painter's tape that seems really wall paint friendly. I'll send you a pic. Oh, like, is it kind of like washi tape, but obviously painter tape? Is that papery tape? That's actually what I was using at the old house, and it was okay. Yeah, lazing around with my partner. Best kind of lazing. Today is my partner Thomas's birthday. And I'm being a terrible partner by working on his birthday. But no, you gotta work. But also, I want to be here. But also, we've got so many fun things lined up after I'm done with streaming. Like, we're going to get all-you-can-eat sushi for dinner, and I'm so freaking excited. I've been laying down some clear gesso on some dodgy sheets. Ooh, that's a nice little project to do today. I've been taping stuff to the wall, and it's much nicer than blue tack. Hasn't taken any paint off yet. That's good. Everyone's saying happy birthday to Thomas. Thomas, everyone says happy birthday. He said woohoo in the background. So good. Yay. I'm going to put my glasses on because I remembered them today. During, here I am. During the days when I used to do Twitch streaming, I used to forget my glasses all the time, and I had like a thing that you could click to say, Sophie, put on your glasses. Does YouTube have that ability? Feliz cumpleaños, Tomas. Yay. Good Spanish. We all adore him. Oh, that's so cute. You love the short hair? Yeah, I cut my hair. Good spotting. I did cut my hair actually. It was after we moved house. No, it was when we got back from Chile. When I was in Chile, I had really long hair, like down to my boobies. And it was nice. I enjoyed it, but it's just, I'm not the kind of person that really wants to spend much time on their appearance, on their hair. Like, I just don't have the energy for that sort of thing. But if I did, I would have very beautiful hair. So anyway, I chopped it off. The day after we got back from Chile, I just went into the bathroom like automatically. I walked to the mirror and I went, choop! And I cut off like a good, like 3-4 years of growth, which was very nice. And I want to do it even shorter. I used to have short hair. I used to have like little boy short hair. And then I got like this great double chin and I feel too self-conscious to cut my hair again, but that's so stupid. I really want to cut my hair shorter again. Yeah, Thomas the Tank Engine. That's his name. Had to look up the spelling. You got it. You even got like the exclamation mark and the little nya on the end. How are you feeling about the new flat? I really like it. It's a bit smaller than the last house and it's not as in the nature. So, I forgot to tell you what I'm doing. I am just going to be sketching some ideas for what I want to do for my 100-day project. And I started these like butterfly drawings over the face, which, you know, it's not the most original idea, but it's fun. Yeah, I really like the place. I really like it. We haven't really explored the area very much yet, just because I had a big market and then I got sick last week when I did the live stream with the patrons only. I was like, I was trying so hard to hold in the coughing, to hold in the coughing attacks. It was difficult. After the stream, I like spluttered and bluttered everywhere. But I feel a lot better today. I feel like back to normal. Just got a bit of like lingering chestiness, which it's just the worst. Yeah. I buzzed mine in April and have been growing it out. I was more proud I buzzed it in general more than how I looked. That's awesome, Amelia. I love that. Hi, Becky. How are you, Becky? How are the pretty cats? Your little foster babies. Make sure you get out and try some of the trails around the place before summer. It's absolutely packed as soon as it's slightly warmer. That's really good advice. We went op shopping the other day. There's some really good op shops in the area that we live, and I love that because I love op shopping. All the stuff I own is from op shops. Except for my knickers. The babies are so good. Oh, that's nice. I'm glad. Little sweet angels. Becky fosters cats. She's got some kittens at the moment. My babies, my big greyhounds, they did well moving into the new place. Pia, who is the black one, the puppy, for the first week, she would just walk up to us like this close to our faces and stare at us, and it was the whole can we go home now face, like, Mum, where are we? Can we go home? I want to look at bunnies again. I miss bunnies. But BB didn't give a damn about anything. She is really good and just gets on with life. Nothing affects her, nothing phases her. I don't even know what's in the brain sometimes. She's that kind of dog. So beautiful. But yeah, I'm excited to do some more exploring. I've got another big market coming up. It's all happening. This time of the year, it all happens and then it goes quiet until Christmas. So I've got Finders Keepers happening soon, and then I feel like we can really explore, and I'm very excited. Because we moved a good hour and a bit away from where we were before. So it really is just like starting fresh. Literal sea change. She was like, "Where's your snoot?" I aspire to be more like BB. Yeah, me too. There's a Frank Zappa song called Peaches in Regalia, and my partner and I always joke that that's the song that plays in her head constantly. You should listen to it. Peaches on Regalia by Frank Zappa. That is BB's brain sounds. It's very good. It's a great song. I'm thinking maybe I'll do something like this for the piece. Just like a big mothy butterfly mask. Very simple, but nice shapes. Kind of hard to read at first, but as you look closer, it's interesting, maybe. I feel like there's some weird dead space here. Maybe if I just make a shape. Figure that out. Hey, do you like this pen? This is a great pen. Pilot. Where are you? It's like a pink gel pen, and I've had it for a few years, and it's almost out of juices. But yeah, there it is. I highly recommend. It's so fun to draw with, and it's really nice color. I'm gonna cough. Sorry. I'm now no longer in a sneaky disguise drawing here. Oh good, I'm glad you like the music. It's just like free, copyright-free music from Epidemic Sounds. It's all the songs that I downloaded from my YouTube videos, and it's just in a playlist, and it's actually really nice and chill to listen to. How far away from the beach? We're like 6-minute walk from the beach, but the beach is not like a sandy beach. It's a rocky beach, which I love, because that means that tourists won't go to that beach necessarily, and I'll be able to look at nice rocks all the time. We took BB and Pia down there when we first moved in, but because there were so many rocks, BB cried. My little BB cried because she's got feet issues. Now I'm just looking for my pencil sharpener because I press really hard when I draw with my pencils. Found it. Gifted to me by Jan, who you guys don't know, but she is amazing. It's a cool pen. I was just saying that to my boyfriend. Epidemic is the best. It's great. It's super worth it, right? Maybe you can find some cool fossil rocks. Yes. Lol, listening to the Zappa song. It's the best song, right? So fun. When I was in high school, that song was like my MySpace profile song. Such a lame-o, but I love it. It was a mixture between that and then like every Queen song ever. Okay, well, let's begin. I'm gonna get this purple and I'm just gonna like vaguely sketch it out, I guess. Or do I want it to be this way or maybe this way? I don't know. There's no right or wrong. This way. Good. I nearly finished this sketchbook as well. Look how many I've got. Not many. And then we get to do a sketchbook tour. Super excited. I haven't done one for ages. Look at that. For ages it seems. But look at that. Love that. Good. Let's begin this drawing. Stop dilly-dallying. I am just one of those people. I love drawing, but sometimes I just do everything I can to not draw. I'm going to zoom us in. You probably won't be able to see what I'm doing. I can barely see what I'm doing. I'm going to put the eyes here. It's a pretty complex song. She must be thinking so many things. Yeah, it's like that. It's both complex and just very silly, all at the same time. Look at that beautiful swoopy wing situation. Oh, I hope I don't miss too much. My internet keeps cutting out. Oh no! I will have it like on replay afterwards, so if you want to catch up with things. I know it's not the same, but it's something. There we go. It's not perfectly symmetrical, but that's okay. I like it a bit wibbly wobbly. I'm sorry about my horrible, oh my goodness, I've been anxious the last few weeks and I just take it out on my hands. And I know that's not very nice to look at, I'm sorry. But we call it busy hands. We've got busy hands. We don't have beautiful model hands here at my house. I have stumpy, freckly, bleedy, scabby hands. Current sketchbook almost finished. Oh, it's the best. It's like finishing your sketchbook is the best thing ever, but also terrible because you spend so much time in a place doing all your feelings and thoughts and stuff into drawings, and then when it's over, it's like, oh no, I have to start again. It's like seeing a therapist again, and like a new therapist, right? You have to do it all again. I'm gonna make it holding like the wings instead of just nothing. Makes more sense. So I'm doing like a rough, it's not that rough, but an outline first in a lighter color, just as a guide. Or maybe I'll zoom out a little bit more so you can see. Yeah. I'm just gonna cough again, excuse me. Oh, I hate it. I'm done with the coughings and being sick. Now we get to choose the colors. I have all my Prismacolor pencils in these vessels that I made. There was a while ago I was looking in all the op shops for some nice like jars to put all my Prismacolors in, and then I was like, I do ceramics, I can make my own. So I did. And I put all my pencils in them. I started on that snail with a cottagecore house on its back drawing today. Yes! Cute! Very cute. I'm thinking maybe like purples and pinks and stuff for the butterfly, and then dark hair. Yeah, maybe. Trying to find a nice dark. Oh, that's pretty. Maybe that one. Are they the same? No. That is better. Okay, let's put those away. I'm just going to fill in the dark areas of the hair and stuff. I press really hard. And I knew that was going to happen. The camera's going to wobble. My goodness. I should probably use a tripod that sits on the ground rather than clamps to my table. How's everything going? Is everything sounding okay and looking okay? I think so. I also put like a slideshow of my Patreon artworks, which is fun. Not sure if I'll keep it, but it's cute for now. I'm gonna try and like half lean on the tripod so it doesn't wobble that much. That's not gonna work, is it? No, it's gonna keep wobbling. I'll try to remedy that for the next one, because wobblies I know when I'm watching streams, I don't like watching wobbly images. It kind of makes me seasick, to be honest. Will you always be doing this stream at the same time, Sophie? Yeah, I think so. I think so. This time really works well for me. I'm gonna prop my drink bottle. Is that gonna work? I don't know if that'll do anything. Yeah, 10 a.m. on Wednesday mornings work for me. And I really wanna try and do it as regularly as I can. For Patreon pals, I will be doing one, so there's going to be 2 Patreon ones a month. There's a little fly. And the second one will be at, I can't remember if I said 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. my time, Melbourne time, and the other one will be the same, 10 a.m. my time. So hopefully that kind of works out for some of our European pals. I'm not really sure. At least a little bit. I don't know how I'm gonna do working at like 6 p.m. Usually I struggle to continue to paint or draw past 4 p.m. I get that like 4 p.m. doziness. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry about the wobbly times. I'm gonna try, like, I've got my elbow leaning on it. Maybe I should just let it wobble. You love the slideshow? Oh, good. Everything's perfect. Oh, good. I'm glad it's all going groovy. Hunky-dory. I submitted an application for an artist residency yesterday. I've never done an artist residency and I've always wanted to do one. And this one I had applied to before and didn't get in, but they said they liked my application and they wanted me to apply again. So I'm applying again. And I really hope I get in. I think my idea is cute and I want to do it. And I want to like get away for 5 days or 7 days or however long the residency is for. And try not to be like as attached to my phone or social media for that week. I still want to film the process and everything, but not do the doom scrollings instead of painting or making. So yay. Everyone finger crossed for me that I get it. I think we hear on Monday or maybe Friday. I have to double check. Yes. And it's funny because the residency is held in a kind of similar area to where I just moved house from. So it's a good excuse to go back because I absolutely love the Dandenong Ranges. Let's get these eyes. Has anyone here ever done an artist residency? I find them very difficult to write applications for because I'm not someone who plans very well, obviously. So to like come up with a specific idea and pitch that idea and then not get bored of that idea before the thing actually starts. I just was always like, I can't do it because I just don't know if I'm still going to be into this idea. And also I'm not very good with words and stuff, you know? let me think about now what else I want to do. The eyebrows, some edges, maybe some shadows. Here we go, eyebrows. I'm so sorry about the wobbling. That's very annoying. Words are hard. I've got a saying, because I don't know what it is, but I stumble on my words a lot, especially when I'm under pressure. Our saying in the house is sometimes the words I say don't mean the words I mean. And that's like, you know, I say washing machine instead of dishwasher. Stuff like that. Very annoying. And I don't notice I'm doing it. That's the thing. So sometimes the words I say don't mean the words I mean. My partner just has to learn how to kind of read my mind and think in context, because it just doesn't work. This drawing is very Midsummer Night's Dream. Yeah, I see that for sure. Saying my ADHD ails me and I sound like a hot mess all the time. Yeah. I relate to that very much. Maybe the butterfly should be like greens. That might be fun. Got these like really lovely olivey greens and stuff. I think that could be really cute. And maybe a couple of like a dusty blue maybe. And maybe just a little bit of nice, more of a bluey blue, you know. Some blues and some more bluey blues and then some other blues and just bluey bluey blues. Sometimes the blues are like very soft. So let me just figure out what I want. And then some greens. I love playing with color palettes that don't feel like they will work. And then I make them work. I think that's good. I think that'll do it. Maybe a couple of dark... What about this, like... Yeah, that one. That's the one I want. Okay, let's do some fun things inside the butterfly wings. I feel like I'm all of a sudden feeling calm because of the music. Before, when the music was more jazzy, I was like blah 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 blah. Hey Debbie, thank you for your incredibly beautiful mention on your YouTube video last week. I am so blown away by your words and I thank you so much. So generous of you. Everyone needs to check out Debbie Draws Funny on YouTube because they are beautiful, they are funny, they are just lovely videos and very good company to have on while drawing. It feels like hanging out with a pal. So thanks Debbie. Debbie did a really cute mention on me the other day and touched me in the heart hole. Thanks Deb. So sweet. And you just made it to 500 subs on YouTube, which deserves a big round of applause. That's epic. 500 people is so many people. I don't even know 500 people. YouTube is fun. I've been having a lot of fun on YouTube. You should have a billion. Well, you should have a bajillion. We should all have a bajillion. No, yeah, YouTube's been really fun. I really like making videos and playing, and, you know, I studied animation and filmmaking, so it's been really nice to be able to, like, itch those itchies, because, yeah, I love filmmaking. So I can play with like little bits of animation as well sometimes, and yeah, like in my last video when I was talking about the Patreon rewards and I made them like fall off the page. I was so proud of myself. Haven't done like keyframing like that in ages, really. Turnips will never hurt you. I love that. I love that username. Who are you? You're on the wrong account. I love it. I think turnips will never hurt you is the best. I'm always sad that I never gave myself an interesting username when starting my like Instagram and my business. My business name is Thistle Be Nice, like thistle, like the flower, because I have a strong Scottish ancestry, and I am proud of that, and I'm interested in that, and so that's where Thistle Be Nice comes from. But it kind of just, I was like, oh no, but if I start becoming a business person, it needs to be my name, and then I don't know, it's just, I kind of wish it was Thistle Be Nice sometimes. I try to include it every so often, but it just, one time at a market, I had my Thistle Be Nice sign up, and I had written it like this: Thistle Be Nice. And there was a man who was talking to me, he bought something, and then when he left, he was like, thanks, Bernice. I was like, what? Where did you get Bernice from? I didn't know, that's what? And then it took me a few hours, and I looked at my sign and I noticed that Be Nice, he must have thought that was Bernice, Thistle Bernice, which is also adorable. Maybe I should be Bernice from now on. Your animation with the greyhound made me cry. Oh, you watched it? Oh, so good. We watched it right after our sweet cat Trixie passed. It was very moving. Oh, thanks, Deb. Yeah, I did that at a time when my childhood dog, Flash Gordon, was not doing great, and it was just one of those. It's just one of those decisions in life. You never know when the right time is to say goodbye. So that's what the animation's about, and yeah, I wanted to make an animation. I did that for my thesis film for uni, and I wanted to make an animation that made people feel things. They still show it at the uni and it's so embarrassing, but it's nice still. Yeah. I love that. I think it's such a clever name. Thistle Be Nice, thanks. I like it too. I came up with mine when I was 13 and it just always stuck. French teapot, it's very cute. Bernice. Ben Ice. I'm the opposite. I regret having this username instead of the proper name. I think about it all the time. It drives me nuts. Ugh. I think your new username, Intergalactic Peach Patrol, is the best username I've ever seen in my life. It's very funny. And it's very memorable. I think ever since you started, following me and commenting on my posts and stuff, I was always like, Intergalactic Peach Patrol. I just remembered the name all the time. Looking for butts in space, baby. And now we all just call you Peach or Peachy or Peachness or whatever. That's your name now. Your real name is Void. You are now Peach. The Peach. Peach. Anyone used to watch Gemma Marbles? And her dog called Peach and they would always call her Peach. Peach. I love that. This butterfly is very nice. I'm having a very nice time filling in all the little things. I think it should have like white whiskers. Not whiskers, antennas. I like that they're whiskers. With a bit of the yellow peeping through still. Cute. Witchy. Witchy. So cute. It's hard to tell that this is a person. But that's fine. Just gonna get some white, maybe. Not sure. I'm not sure. What am I doing? What am I saying? I'm just gonna fill in. I don't know why I stopped filling in the dark part when I was halfway through it. But we're going back. I wish I could stop the wobbling for you. Sit in my elbow. I'm like this and that's sustainable, right? My elbow in there? Is it doing anything? It's not worth it. It's not worth the activity, the strain. Should I do something there? Maybe a big sparkle. See what it looks like. Sparkle? Maybe. Maybe someone should invent some like automatic stabilization for streamers who use terrible table clamps. What do you reckon? Sparkle? No sparkle. Sparkle's pretty cute. Maybe. Mabes. Is this the green? No, where's the white? Here it is. I think this is not the good white. I mean, it's good. It's not as good. It's the Faber-Castell Polychromos one, but the Prismacolor white is way more waxy. Way thicker. Alright, Scribble people, I must take my leave, unfortunately. I hope I will be able to watch next time. Bye, Drawny. Go to bed. You must be exhausted. It's late. Sparkle? Pro Sparkle. Okay. We are Pro Sparkle. I think I'm Pro Sparkle also. She's got sparkles in her eyes and then a sparkle down there. What's that funny meme of an artist that's like almost finished the artwork and then they're like, it's not quite finished, how can I make this finished? And they just put sparkles everywhere. It's just can't go wrong with a little sparkle. It's my motto. Perfect motto, Lacey. Love that. Excuse me. Not fun. Love drawing with the white. It's so thick, so fun. Just gotta add stars. Sometimes you just have to do it. Essential. I'm gonna give her a pink hair shine. Now I kind of wanna do a pink sparkle. I'm just not gonna think about it. Pink eyes, the sparkle. Pinkle eyes, pinkness. I don't know. What's this? Is this too... No, that's too grey. I kind of want to get a dark, not black, not quite black, like maybe a 90% espresso. Oh, that's exactly the same one that I just picked up. What's this one down here? 90%. Yes, that's the one. The 90% grey, 90% gris is really good. It's really thick and fun to draw with as well. I still have to do the middle body part. Maybe I'll do that really quick first. I don't know. These colours. Cute. Grey. Perfect in every way. I just want to like add a little bit of extra pop factor with some like shading. So it kind of looks like it's sitting on her face rather than just like a weird conglomeration of colors. Maybe. This is a cute one. I like this one. I think I put more effort into my 100-day drawings when there are a handful of people watching me. I feel like there are definitely a few in there that I didn't really put much effort into. But that's okay. That's fine. I'm just going to darken actually the whole thing here. Cute. I like it. She's turning out real nice. I'll just like do some edges here. I know her arms are like floating in the world, but that's alright. Some edges just to, I don't know, it just looks nice with the pink edges. Maybe after I finish this one we can do a quick flip through of the, what am I up to? 60, this is the 69th one. Nice. No, I'm not that kind of person. I don't have that humour. Cute. I'm just like throwing my pencils around, sorry about that. When I get into like a, oh, I gotta do this and I gotta do this and I want to play with this color, I like just throw my pencils around because I want to get to the next color ASAP. I should stop being so rough on my stuff. This music. I feel like I'm in a cartoon. Not rough, drawing with passion. This is passion. I really love drawing butterflies because there's no wrong answer. There is just no wrong answer. Behemoth. That's a real behemoth. I don't understand. I don't get things. I feel like we need just a little extra shape there in that general direction. Maybe I should make like the person's fingers a bit more, and also this bit, so you can see them a bit better. Yeah, just give it some contrast. Sorry, no, don't be sorry. It's my brain problems. Constance, I watched your video the other day, the sketchbook tour of your old artwork, and it's really fun, really beautiful. A behemoth is just a really big creature. I thought this was a moth. Oh yeah, it could definitely be a moth. Like from Animal Crossing? I don't know names of things. This is just a made-up moth, but it could definitely be one of those big moths also. It can be any moth you want it to be. Or butterfly. But it's definitely more moth-like these days compared to that one. Oh no, maybe they're both moth-like. Cute. Are we done? Maybe. Look at that. Look at that juicy texture. It looks way better up here than it does down there. Cute. Here we go. 69. Yay! Done. Usually when I take my photos, I might like compose a little scene with my sketchbook drawing and some of the pencils I used. I just like make it look organic. Like that's how it goes. That's how I drew it. And I did draw it in this area. And take a photo like that, and then I do one pointing this way and then one, you know, in different angles. Have they all taken you about an hour to do? Yeah, I think so. Some less. This one, you know, I obviously put effort into, but there are definitely some in there that are much less effort. Look at that, add to the pile. Do you guys want to see what I've done so far? I'm going to go upside down. And let's start from number 1. That's the first one I did. Pretty fun. Look, we've got the sparkle eye thing carrying through. Number 2. That's cute. Where did the music go? That's what I want to know. She's got flowers in her eyes. That's a fun one. That was the day I got this really hot pink Luminous by Holbein. Look at it, even on the stream it's fluorescent. Butterfly. Nakey butterfly. You love how I draw birds? Thank you. I like that too. Very simple. I like this one. She's carrying a big flower, running little shoelaces. Like this shape here, that like butt to point shape. I think that's really satisfying. It's such a satisfying, juicy sack. It's, oh my god. Stack! My goodness me. Just don't even bring me anywhere. Put me directly in the rubbish bin. That one's fun too. Good colours. This one I probably only spent, I don't know, 20 minutes, 15 minutes on. It was a very fast one. That was I remember that day I really did not want to draw. Oh, and this is when I got to Chile. Yeah, so that one I did when I had been like 20 hours in an airplane, and I really didn't want to draw. And then this is the day we arrived in Chile. There's me flying. Well, you know. You had nothing, you guys. This one was fun too. That was a really quick one. Just like, I don't know what to draw, let's just draw a vase. That one's a simple one too. Kilo Mountain. Yeah, the Golden Harpy. Oh, this is a mermaid. I really liked this one. I spent a while on her. So that would have been, yeah, I was thinking about Mermaid, even though it was March. Mermaid. That was from a sketch that I had done in my sketchbook a couple of years earlier. A little self-portrait. This one goes upside down. She's just laying in a field of flowers, like in a quilt of flowers. So I've done this kind of one in my sketchbook a few times, but it was just, you know, I was feeling like we had busy days happening in Chile and I didn't want to think too much about what to draw. So there was a few days where I went back and scrolled through my old Tumblr and my old Instagram posts and just like redrew drawings that I had done in the previous years, which I think is completely fine. There was a part of me for a while that was like, once a drawing is done, you can never revisit it. But then there are plenty of artists who just draw the same thing over and over again for many years, and that's fine. And also comfort drawing. Unicorn. I like this little guy. Really like that one. Birdie with legs. See, this is like, this bird is with these trousers and little pointy boots is one that I've been drawing since high school. He's just a little guy. None of my characters have names or anything. It's just reoccurring little friends. I'd love to see a process of redrawing and reimagining an old piece. Could be a good YouTube video maybe. What do you reckon? I like this one too. I like how like faded kind of it looks. Just because the paint that I used, there was a really thick blob here, so the pencil didn't go on it very well. But also maybe it's like kind of rubbed off a little bit. I don't know. Yeah, I like that. That's fun too. Good colours. This is my snail guy. I've actually got a tattoo of this guy on my leg. That's a little character I drew many years ago, and he pops into my sketchbook every so often. He's just like got circles and his head is shyly poking up, and he usually has like a little bowler hat on, but he has trousers. Little pansy friend. That's a nice one. I like her. I like this body shape poking through here. Straub. Carrying a straw. Look, she's wearing the same overalls that I'm wearing now. And when I had longer hair, I put my hair into braids, into plaits all the time. So that's sort of where this character comes from. Apple friend. This grumpy sun is a good one too. You love the snail dude? Yes. Frog, I don't know why. Did that at a cafe in Chile. This one too. Grumpy sun sitting in a flower and a cute little ladybug. So many. This was like a random drawing prompt thing. I asked my partner for a fruit and he said kiwi fruit, and then that was what I had to do. This one's nice. So this one is a redraw, similar from except she wasn't in it in the original, from a Inktober piece that I did a few years ago. When I was doing my Inktobers on dodgy paper, that was like around that time is when I had a little bit of a viral moment, which was fun. Like I got a lot of new followers during that drawing on dodgy paper, whatever, fun Inktober thing. This is also a redraw of one of those Inktobers. She's pretty cute. Those tiny people are so adorable. The little legs pointing out of these characters. I love that you like it. A doggy. I think we were back from Chile at this point. No, maybe not. Maybe I was just missing Bibi and Pia. Well, this guy is a great guy. Don't you just want to be this guy? I feel like I'm that guy sometimes. This little sparkle in his little spot. Oh yeah, we're definitely home from Chile at this point. I don't know about that one. I was like just trying something with hair and tree and birds. Oh yeah, this one I originally did a really terrible face. I don't know if you can see, but I stuck on a piece of paper over the face, and I still don't like it that much, but it's fine. Good colours. Funny bug. Once I went dodgy, I can't go back. Dodgy also do really good live streams on Twitch. Is he still doing them as much as he was? I haven't really been on Twitch that much. The Beatles got Kermit banjo playing vibes. Yes! Oh my god, your bugs are so cute. Thank you. I like bugs. This was one that I spent barely any time on, but it's still cute. This one's nice. I like this one. Turned out really cute. Looks like a kid's book illustration. I want to tell more interesting stories with my little drawings. I think the stories I tell are fairly interesting, but every so often I want to just like, rather than it just being a vase, it would be nice to have a little story every so often. But you can't do that every time, so it's okay. Here's an interesting story. A little baby on a boat, travelling over clover. This one's nice too. It's hard coming up with ideas every day. It's hard. But it's also really good practice for coming up with ideas every day. It's definitely like a muscle. Look, the stack is growing. It's getting closer to the camera. The Beatles got camera. Oh yeah, I read that. Your bugs are cute. Not as often as before, but every now and then he'll be on. That's good. Oh my god, I need that ladybug one as a big sticker on my forehead. Which one? The one of this one? That would actually be a really cute sticker. I love BB on a boat. The greens are incredible. Thank you. I like that you said BIBI because one of the kids that came over the other day. Where is his drawing? We have a friend with 4 kids and they love art. So whenever they come over, they just like ravage my studio. And this is the first time they'd been in this one. And little Mace, I think Emily drew this. Emily, who'd be about 8, drew this one of Bibi and Pia. And she spelled it Bibi and Pierre. Boobs. So cute. Love these little drawings that they leave around. Anyway, this one's cute too. I like that one. Fun scribbles. Oh, this is a redraw of a piece that I did for an art challenge that I started like, I don't know, 6 or 7 years ago called June Bug Challenge, where every day in June you draw a bug or beetle or insect or whatever, and this was a sketchbook drawing that I had done for June Bug that I redid. But I didn't keep up with the June Bug thing. But I think it's cute. I think it's a cute thing to do still. maybe. Tomato. And there's a BB / PL. That's how I feel sometimes. Messy hair. Oh, there's our little devil friend. We're getting there. This is the one we did on the Patreon art stream the other day, this time last week. So yeah, I've only done 3 in a week instead of 1 every day this week. And today, there we go. Look at that. How satisfying. I'm so proud of myself for sticking with it as long as I have. And I still really want to get to 100. I'm going to go to big face. I still want to end up doing 100, but I'm not going to pressure myself into doing it every day. Like the last couple of months, I just haven't been able to do it every day, and that's fine. And there's no rules. The point of the 100-day project is that you just kind of work on it at your own speed and your own ability, and I think that's what I'm doing. And I'm not going to put too much pressure on myself for doing it every day. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you like it. Yay. You're kicking butt with that stack. So many gems. Oh, thanks, Debbie. Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun project. It's hard. 100 days is a lot of days. And I have always done quite well with Inktober and doing 30-day challenges, mostly. But the 100-day was just like a step up. I see people do the 365-day ones, and I don't know how. There are just some days when I just can't pick up a pencil. Oh, thank you. No, if you pressure yourself, you won't want to do it. Exactly. Yeah. All right. Well, it's been an hour of this lovely stream, and I had a really fun time hanging out with everyone and seeing so many beautiful faces and so many lovely chats and that sort of thing. And I hope you got some stuff done too. Yeah, maybe see you next month for the next public live. But if you're a patron in the Orange Bird tier, I'll see you next week, 6 p.m. my time. So it's the first Wednesday of the month is Patreon, second Wednesday of the month is public, third Wednesday of the month is Patreon, and then fourth Wednesday is nothing. It's just chill for me. Sleep in. Thank you, everyone. I adore you. Oh, look at all these cute thank yous coming through. I love it. Thank you for the Scribble Brigade time. Still can't say it properly, but I like it anyway. I'll keep practicing. Have a lovely time zone. I'm going to start my day, start celebrating my partner's birthday, and we're going to go eat some food and maybe go bowling because bowling is fun and trashy and I love it. Let's do it. Okay. Thank you all for being here, and I will see some of you next week, and I'll see you next month for another stream. And this will be out for people to watch later if you want to hang out with me. Love you all. I'll see you next time. Have a good day. Have a good sleep. Okay, bye.